I do want to start the stream. All right. Getting things set up. I think it's working. Cool, cool, cool. Gotta admit, I was hoping that the train would come and run me over while I was setting it up, but it did not. I've been standing here in game for a while. Just kind of hoping. Never did. Where is it? There it was like it was gonna be a few more minutes. That's kind of sad. I did not think this through. I have to wait. I have to wait to respawn before I can start a run. At least I didn't soft lock the game with train glitch. Here we go. All right. I was gonna do pizza percent today, and I decided not to. That's kind of the whole story. But soon. I do need to get back into practice for that. I should do pizza percent. Good idea. Maybe I will. I mean, I could always, you know, pivot. Nobody is going to stop me.
Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if I could call it that. Just go to the pause menu.
Trust you.
Easy, right? Then do it.
I don't know who I can trust. People have been bashing my handling of the leaderboard today.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. Can't believe I'm running so late.
We're just gonna... For both of us, why are you eating pizza? Because I'm streaming? Well, unless... Yeah, I was thinking maybe he's doing something else pizza related. Who knows? What mystery project that could be. Not fucking pizza. Well,
Welcome back, I guess.
guess I can't stop you if you were to make that choice.
Before we go any further,
Is it like against, like, let's say that it came out, like, information, the police found out that you were fucking pizza. Could they do anything about it? Or do they just have to, like, live with that knowledge?
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. Can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
There's no law against fucking pizza, right?
On cue. I was almost there, too. Sorry, Dr. Connors.
What about, like, in Italy? There's gotta be a law against fucking pizza in Italy.
Is that all you got?
Those guys get mad when I break my pasta in half before cooking it. There's no way they don't have a law against it. American pizza. I've said this before. I feel like at this point, pizza is more of an American food than Italian, if that makes sense. Like, which country do you associate more with pizza? Probably America. And I say this as somebody who is part Italian. Not like fully Italian, mind you. I got like a 16th Italian in me. That means that I'm 1/16th qualified to talk about this. Which is enough in my book. Please get out of my way, taxi.
This is a good time to talk a little about hero points. You already know that you use them to buy stuff from the Spidey store, right? Oh, you don't? Well, then you weren't paying attention. Naturally,
Movement has not been super hot today.
plenty of options to do it. Stopping crimes, helping
I'm
citizens,
part Italian.
doing challenges, collecting items, and delivering pizza.
I mean, I'm just saying my great grandpa was pretty Italian to my knowledge. I didn't know him that well. And my regular grandpa somewhat acts the part. Although I don't think that was his side of the family that was Italian. I don't know. Maybe he just picked it up.
Good. I'm stuffed. I'd better burn off some calories or I won't fit in my costume anymore. I can't even remember the last... Oh, no. At my birthday dinner, I promised MJ I would meet her this evening. I gotta hurry. I can't believe I ran off like that. I must be out of my mind. Spider-Man! Time to wrap this party up.
Oh yeah. I have had some success hex editing the game. So if there was somebody who was like 30% smarter than me, I think they could do it.
Hey guys, are you here for the 2-for-1 on European Masters still?
And you know, Nate, if that's you, then all the more power to you. Yeah, in my mind, there's like a few different ideas for it, right? You hex edit it to like just change the value to create like basically a ROM hack that just makes every swing speed 8. Or you change the save file, right? You just make a save file that has everything unlocked, but it's technically still at chapter 3. Or third option that I forgot what it was. I haven't had any luck with... I've tried messing with the save file and I haven't had any luck. But I feel like you could do it with the... If you could make an action replay code that just gave you swing speed 8, you could just save and then spread that save file, right? And like, at least on GameCube, that shit's really easy to like load a custom save file, especially if you have a soft modded Wii, which I do.
Your grandma. Now that's something I'd like to see.
Then you could even play it on real hardware.
I'm gonna lose her completely.
Of course, that kind of depends, like, you know, on how much they check the save file to see if it's legit. It wouldn't surprise me if this game does, because it does a lot of, like, checking for sequence breaks and stuff. Or rather, like, it's just very linear and hard to, like, get out of order. You know, Nate, as weird as that sentence is, I think I get what you mean.
So I'm totally free.
It's like you still have to buy it, and it can get kind of soupy in that way.
Who was she?
You know, this chapter opening reminds me of something. The Spidey store gets new items every time a new chapter starts. Aha! Next time you have a
God, we have a yodeler in chat. What's up, Tyler? I was like, I had to like sound that out of my head before I got what you mean. I guess is kind of the point of yodeling, but
I think that's the
unfortunately my throat is kind of toasted right now. So I can't raise my voice too much, or else it'll start sounding like I have a terrible smoking habit. Oh, the jump back, that could have done that better. Feeling a little rusty in my movement in general, but good thing about rust in this game is it never lasts very long.
How can you possibly claim I'm a...
Oh, my third idea, that was it. I know people, like, with Dolphin Emulator, you can, like, in Cheat Engine, or I don't know if it's Cheat Engine exactly, or if there's some other program, but you can, like, check memory values and try messing with them, and maybe if we could find the memory value, that's the memory value that stores, swing speed, we could just change it in-game.
Someone trying to convince thugs that I don't have...
I did look a little bit into that, and it said I needed to use assembly, and while I do have some experience with assembly, the main takeaway I've gotten from learning assembly is terrible, never use it. So basically what I'm saying is it's not worth it. I didn't get a single one there. Sometimes that happens, I just don't get any. I don't really know why. Other than, like, I'm bad. Like, what did I do?
You guys are such a nuisance.
Yeah, it's a reset. I'm doing pretty good. Trying to keep that schedule going. Which, you know, it's still a loose one. It's still just once every 2 to 3 days, but the dream is, like, get this to a point where it's a proper side hustle, and then I can justify doing it, like, every day. Yeah. Yep, that's why I'm mad. I mean, I see your point, I just disagree. I do think that other guy was right, though. At some point, I've been putting it off. I need to add all the other consoles to it. There's no reason not to, really. I just haven't done it yet. Like, it's better for discoverability on the site anyways, on top of just being more accurate.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. Believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
But, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much the only... I mean, I'm
I was almost there,
not completely the only active mod. Like, if I didn't do anything, I'm sure, you know, Spidey Balls or whoever would get around to verifying runs, but I'm really the guy who verifies the runs at this point. So it's kind of I feel like it's up to me to make the leaderboard good.
I really don't have time for this. Hi, my name's... Maybe I can still make it before class ends.
Although honestly, at this point, Nate, if you wanted to be mod, I don't see why you couldn't be. I'd say you definitely have the experience
I think this might be a good time for you to check
and are a trusted member of the community.
the white dot on your map here and the white
I don't
destination
know if
are
I can add mods because I'm not a super mod, but
You need to get over there at some
just
point.
saying.
No rush.
But if we're gonna have multiple mods, that means that it becomes like a democracy and we have to make decisions, and I can't just like change things on a whim and nobody will care. So I don't know.
This is a
It means like if we have to make a change, we have to like agree on it.
You already know that you
That's
used to
weird.
buy stuff from the Spidey store, right? Oh, you don't? Well, then you weren't paying attention. Naturally, you're going to want to earn lots of them. You got plenty of options to do it. Stopping crime,
Bill
helping
Lake.
citizens in distress.
Promised Terry and MJ that I would do
But if I like being an autocrat, ever think about that?
There's some other ways too, so try different things and see what you like. You can only be a good guy.
Sometimes a dictatorship's what you need. Also, this pace is really good for some reason.
Man, that cake was good. I'm stuffed.
I'm not gonna lie that you're not like selling yourself, but you know, maybe I appreciate the honesty.
I can't even remember the last. Oh no.
Based on what,
Dinner I
though?
promised MJ I would meet her this evening. I gotta hurry. I can't believe I ran off like that. I must be out of my mind. Midnight Craft Fair next week.
The guy behind me just decided to do a lap. At least he made it. Sometimes they just run back there and don't come back, and you have to chase them down.
What happened to the guys we posted? Figure, Spider-Man is funny.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
I jumped way too high.
Try not to run into my fist with your face. Sorry, gentlemen.
Still a pretty crazy pace right now. This is what, like 4:11 out of the fight? I've discovered recently, and I think anybody who watches YouTube channel / stream called Northern Lion would understand this type of comedy. Is the new funny thing is saying memes from like a year ago, but with a completely monotone voice.
Sorry, not my style.
It's just really funny. I don't know why. There's something about the disconnect between the how dumb the memes are and how like not interested you sound. I don't know. I think it's really funny. Shit gets me every time.
Feel free to slow down. I'd be
It's
happy
also
to
like,
help
if
you.
you're the streamer and you're the one doing it, it's genius because it takes so little effort and energy from you and it's still funny. It's like the comedian's dream. Low effort, highbrow comedy. Not quite as funny as YouTube comments from people that don't get speedrunning, but it's up there. No further elaboration. Not even any like lead up.
You know, this chapter opening reminds me of
Ooh, is that a 2-second gold there? Granted, really early chapter time, but
next time you have a chance, visit
I believe the phrase is we take those. Oh, and then of course the bad follow-up.
That girl was pretty
Kind of a slop fest
She's probably a crook.
afterwards, but the gold's still there. I don't see it coming off, so.
Hi, Pete.
I think that's the
Bathroom's fun. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's only a matter of time, I think, until the 620X. And I mean, let's be honest, it's probably a 629, but hopefully soon.
What's up with this Beck guy?
Oh, way too high.
Possibly claim I'm a
It's a weird angle. I could always just be faster. True. I think that's why we're here. That's the plan. Very far left. Yeah, I mean, there's still stuff like the fight at the end.
convinced thug.
I kind of messed up like movement to the last thug, and I mean, swinging could always be a little faster. Plus, like we were talking about in the Discord, you know, I could throw in some swing boosts at the beginning, which, you know, I'm not saying isn't a viable move, but I also think I reset enough already, so I'm not really focused on working on that.
I'm gonna have to take away your credit card. Look out!
He's being a jerk. Wow, we're all the way over here, huh?
I don't feel so.
Okay, well, made it work. Rhino fights have been a little whack lately, but making it through is sometimes just what counts. Yeah, that's about what I expected. That's why I need good chapter 3s, is because chapter 4 is probably my best split in the whole run. I will read that in a moment. You can do the weapon to kick, then do 2 spider reflexes.
Can't believe I actually got to meet Dr.
Okay, I've read it. I will have to read it again in a second to understand what that means. I did one of those things. I don't know if you're ever reading a book and you have to like reread a page because you just didn't internalize it, but I definitely just did that. Yeah, that could have been a swing boost. Hey, Tommy Slav. What's my favorite JoJo character? It's funny that you mentioned that because I literally started watching the series this week. I'm on like episode 4. So, I forget his name, but the guy who was in the slums is my favorite character. with the scar on his face. He has like a very anime name, but I forget what it is.
Hey kid, how you making out? Listen, I got a new job for you to do, okay? There's these things called photo op tokens that I want you to find. I've marked them on your map just to spell it out real plain for you. Now get to work.
Hey, Phase. Speedwagon? That sounds right. I know it was 2 words and put into one. I think that's it.
Peter.
He's just like this guy. He lives in the slums killing people, but then he turns it. He's just like suddenly the ultimate gentleman for no reason. Like he just like quit his gang and went to live a life of being fancy because one person was nice to him. I guess maybe I should talk about JoJo more often. Because for a while, every time somebody told me to watch JoJo, I would like add to the tally of like how long it was until I watched it. Oh, hang on, I have to like be good at the game for a second. So it took me a while to watch it because it wasn't until people stopped asking me to watch it that I decided to actually watch it. I understand some people. I feel like everybody's like that for something. JoJo is mine, and I know somebody who like is like, every time you ask me to play Undertale, I'm not gonna play it for a month. I'm like, you know, I respect it. You're your own person. Alright, now I'm gonna actually read your message from like 5 minutes ago, Nate. Web into kick. And then 2 air specials. So like... Okay, I see what that looks like in my head. And that sounds like it would work. And because you don't care about the end lag because the fight's over, then I could see that being faster. Probably by like 1/10 of a second, but faster.
Black cat, huh?
I think another reason why I didn't watch JoJo's for so long, or I guess I haven't watched it, I'm only a few episodes in, but I am aware of the rabbit hole that I have jumped into. So it's one of those things where it's just like, this is a lot of content. I have to be like committed to actually pursuing this. I have to make sure I have the time for it. Or that I'm willing to spend a while just having that be the show that I watch, because I don't go through shows very fast. At most, I get an episode a day, like, but usually not that. Like, for me, shows are just things that take up my attention while I'm eating.
Ready, Spider-Man? Let's begin.
The Tokidoki iceberg. So if you're at the bottom of it, that means that you, like, know everything, right? Oh, hey, Legend. Welcome.
Do you like my gadgets, Spider-Man? I perfected the technology on the movie Sorority Death Robots.
I'm gonna throw this guy in because I want the points, because I don't want this run to die. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple show right now, and I kind of like that. You know, I like Fist of the North Star, partially because it's just like big guy get strong, kill people. I think that that is a very comfortable type of experience for me as far as shows go. Cursed with knowledge. Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Are you still going, Beck? I hadn't noticed.
I mastered this trick on the set of Ninja.
He's all the way out there.
Flaming Ninja.
Wow, Beck got kind of stomped. Got a funny picture. You can DM me and I will look at it later. I cannot, unfortunately. One of the downsides of speedrunning is you don't. Oh shit, this is bad.
Beck is the real phony.
Okay. This is why you learn this. Oh, that was interesting. You know what? We're just gonna keep going.
Very original.
It definitely could have been better.
Why don't you just give up? A good hit. As you can see, Spider-Man, I can get you wherever you are.
I'm just kind of amazed I never got shot at any point during that.
Spider-Man, come on. You don't want to disappoint your
Made it. Hopefully that's the last I'll hear from Beck.
Yeah, usually my angle was like super off on that first swing. Which it's one of those things that looks scary but isn't actually that scary, so I'm used to not fucking it up. It's been a while since I've messed that up. Yeah, it didn't lose much time, although Chapter 7 is one of those splits that, like, I should be saving time on. But the run goes on. Shit. Shit. I gotta learn what all those upgrades around there are so that I know what I just bought. I'm always so curious, but it's not like there's time to check. Oh, well, welcome to the stream. I'll probably just call you Giga.
Dr. Octavius' theories are amazing. My head is still spinning from talking to him. Oh no. Mary Jane's play. If I hurry, I can still make it in time.
Oh, thanks for the good luck.
What? Not now. Trust me, you're getting off.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm actually having trouble with since I've been working. Well, it's kind of on like somewhat hiatus. Oh, hang on, pause that, hold that thought. I'm gonna try the new thing.
Great. Just take off,
All
guys.
right.
I'm not late or anything.
I don't know what just happened, but I don't think it helped me. Either way, I feel like that's probably, if that can even has a chance of working, it's worth going for.
I'm putting a stop to this right now.
Although then you do have to deal with the sniper being right there for that fight.
Before the end.
Do I think they'll ever remaster? I would be very surprised. But I mean, if there's like a game that's in license hell that has a chance to get remastered, this one is, you know, there are games with worse chances for sure, but I would definitely put that chance in the single digits. What I was saying before that was
How far is this place?
that I've been like, you know, trying to work on this movement guide for this game, and how to swing fast is something that is very hard to describe and is something that's somewhat intuitive to me, but like, because for me and it's just kind of a moment where you realize how it all works, but it's just so tied to your muscle memory. I don't know. Hard to explain.
Hey, I was just going easy on you before.
Yeah. I mean, they did have the outfit,
Very funny.
but the license to this game as Spider-Man 2 movie merchandise is kind of like a mess, I think. I mean, this is all stuff I've heard from other people, but as far as I understand, it's kind of a mess. Trying to get like all that. I have not played Simpsons Hit and Run, but it looks fun. I'm not sure if I would enjoy it as somebody who is more of a passive fan of Simpsons,
All right, fellas.
but maybe.
Over the Monet. Hey, is that a Van Gogh? Made you look. Hey, Cat, where'd you learn to fight?
I'm begging Kat to kill that man before I'm done here. She did it. Let's go, Kat. Kat actually helped me out there.
Cat took that statue right in front of me.
I mean, that makes sense, Nate. Like, casting this game is just kind of sketchy in general. I'm surprised that you got it out. I guess I wasn't that surprised since you did the pizza percent one, but even so. Chapter 8 is so good in this.
Guess I'd better get going. That news conference is gonna start any minute.
I've just like gotten used to losing 10 seconds there. Did I ever play Spider-Man 3? I did. There's even, from a long time ago, there's a stream of me trying to do like a pseudo-blind speedrun of it, and that did not end very well. It was back in like 2018 or something like that. Yeah, I played it when it came out too. Oh, get me in there.
Reporters. If I can get them up to that balcony, they'll escape.
Wow, I've never missed that. Oh, asshole. Alright, fine. This guy. The robots have never been more mean to me than just now, I think. Like, just absolutely none of them cooperated. Not the worst theater ever, though. Yeah, I feel that, Nate. Some speedruns are even like that. Where he's just like, oh god, I have to deal with everything that's in this run. Sometimes that's why big picture thinking can be kind of harmful, because it just gets intimidating.
Better get over there in a hurry.
You know, this applies to not speedrunning too. Because your mind just like gets filled with everything that you have to deal with for the rest of your life. And then you just don't want to try.
I can hardly wait to see what he has cooked up in the stack. Well,
There has been better movement here, that's for sure.
knows how to make a scene. Better figure out some way to get Lady Liberty back.
I'm just gonna hope that's enough.
Looks like that
I'm kind of far to the left here. That worked.
something like a little New York water to clear out the sinuses.
Dog. Wait, watch this. Where's my web zip? Am I like bad at this part now? I've been messing this up way too much. This part is easy. Oh well, at least I got the gold in that run.
Okay, that's just wrong.
Take off this. We'll do another run. Yeah, well, it's easy, but I'm like, I can save 1/10 of a second if I do this part really fast, and then I like miss the orb. Yeah, I am pretty happy with that gold at the beginning. Alright. Back to the beginning. That was a pretty good run, though. I do want more runs to make it up that far. Which means I gotta, like, stop resetting over 1 second mistakes in Chapter 3. It's just so fun, I don't know.
Welcome back, I guess.
But it's probably for the best if I stop resetting so much.
Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that.
Save the kids crypto scam. I mean, that sounds like something that exists. Assuming I'm not just gonna get Ligmud right now.
Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing.
But no, I have not heard of it.
I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as. Help me! Right on cue. I was almost there too. Careful, you put someone dry out, Connor.
Looks like it's Spider-Man.
Why does stuff like this always happen when I'm running late?
Yeah. A lot of charity is just like, come on, bro. Like when Walmart is like, do you want to donate? I'm like, why don't you donate?
Hi.
Why don't you do it? Like why do you want me to donate so you can write it off? Yeah, I was like, this is either like a legit scam or I'm about to get hit by the greatest Ligma of all time and I wouldn't even be mad.
The white destination marker are both pointing you to the pizza parlor. You'll need to get over there at some point, but there's no rush.
What's Hava?
This is a
Am I gonna get have a nice date? Is that what's going on?
You already know that you use them to buy stuff from the Spidey store, right? Oh, you don't? Well, then you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, there we go.
Naturally, you're gonna want to earn lots of them. You got plenty of options to do it. Stopping crimes,
Bill
helping
Link.
citizens in distress,
Promised Terry and MJ that I would
challenges,
meet them
collecting
this
items,
evening.
and delivering pizza. There's some other ways too, so try different things and see what you like. But you can only be a good guy.
Oh shit. Fuck it up right at the end, why don't I? The movement was quite good until it wasn't.
Man, that cake was good. I'm stuffed. I better burn off some calories or I won't fit in my costume anymore.
No.
I can't even remember.
Oh, I got the glide, but I went too far for the coin.
At my birthday dinner, I promised MJ I would meet her this evening. I gotta hurry.
Still pretty happy with that movement because it's like, if it's so close like that, that means that I've got the right idea. I just need to tighten it up, and then that movement is amazing.
I must be out of my mind.
You know, not that I haven't done that before, but I would like to do it every time. I don't think the run's quite dead. The me of like 3 days ago is resetting there. Okay, the me of right now has been totally destroyed by this man hiding behind the wall. Now the run is dead. Did you see what this man just did? He just hid behind the wall. Look at my balls, dude. Is it bad that Who's Bill Gates video is probably the most Watchmen content I've ever seen in my life? Like, that's just, if you ask me what Watchmen is, it's just that series that the funny Ligma Balls video came from.
First things first.
It's a great video for sure.
Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. Can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
Right on cue. I was almost there, too.
Looks like it.
Sorry,
Now we're
Dr.
turning it up a
Connors.
notch.
Bam! Blast! Blast! Spider-Man's here. Get rid of him and get that cake.
It actually went how it was supposed to.
Hi, my name's... Maybe I can still make it before class ends.
Yeah, I mean, comedy, you know, at its base is just misunderstanding something on purpose. So a joke that uses the wrong punchline is a pretty
The white dot on your map
pure form of comedy, IMO.
both pointing you to the pizza park. You'll need to get over there at some point, but there's no rush.
Or at least my favorite comedy is just misunderstanding things on purpose. Based on what, though? Very true.
This is a good time to talk a little about hero points. You already know that you use them to buy stuff from the Spidey store, right? Oh, you don't? Well, then you weren't paying attention. Naturally, you're going to want to earn lots of them. You got plenty of options to do it. Stopping crimes, helping citizens in distress,
Bill Link.
doing challenges,
Promised
collecting
Terry
items,
and
and
MJ that I
delivering
would
pizza.
meet them this evening.
There's some other ways too, so try different things and see what you like. You can only be a good guy.
Man, that cake was good. And stuffed. I'd better burn off some calories or I won't fit in my costume anymore.
I missed the glide.
I can't even remember the last time I saw Harry or Mary. Oh no! At my birthday dinner, I promised MJ I would meet her this evening. I gotta hurry. I can't believe I ran off like that. I must be out of my mind. Lucky for you, I pull my punches. Batter up! So much for you.
Spider-Man?
Has Dan Salvato really not streamed in a month? I thought he was streaming like all the time. I kind of know him more as a streamer than a game developer. I remember watching his Melee Link.
Tough job market for art music.
It has been a while. And then a while he was streaming like really old, obscure games, and that was pretty fun. Like games for like the Commodore 64 that nobody plays anymore. I feel like I don't watch him stream or like his content that much. But whenever I do, I feel like he's a kindred soul. Like him and I. Like it just that like having like 300 different hobbies and jumping between them aspect, that's just me. Remember Intellivision? It's funny because I first knew Intellivision because my mom would always talk about having one. She always talks about like playing Burger Time on the Intellivision. It's like her only. Whenever we bring up video games, she's like, "Yeah, but Burger Time though." Which, to my understanding, Intellivision was just like a less popular Atari, but maybe not. I don't know.
If I don't close distance with her soon, she's gonna get away.
She said she played Burger Time and Dungeons and Dragons on it. Which is funny because I played Dungeons and Dragons now, but obviously not on the Intellivision. I'm not quite cultured enough for that one yet. Yeah, I think I have like an Intellivision Classics for PlayStation. Like I have a disc somewhere. It has Burger Time on it. I remember I bought it so because so that I could play my mom could play Burger Time again.
Nah. Who was with that girl? Who was she?
You know, this chapter opening reminds me of something. The
Good
Spidey
split.
store gets new items every time a new chapter starts.
Intellivision lives. That sounds right.
You have a chance.
Oh,
Visit the store
mine might have just been like an arcade collection because I know Burger Time was originally an arcade game. Like a lot of games that ended up on home consoles back then.
I don't see anyone around.
I was depressed and then I saw that Slyfincleton was streaming. Now I'm depressed and watching Slyfincleton. Glad you're here, Mello.
Hi, Pete.
I hope that you're not depressed anymore because I've been there. Also, we refuse to acknowledge the teleport that just happened, the crime that just occurred to me. Yeah, I saw that as I was talking. I'm like, well, goddamn, now I'm depressed. What do I do here? Probably this. Yeah.
What's up with this Beck guy? How can he possibly claim I'm a...
Yeah, here we love our depressed homies. That's what it's about. And you know what? We still love them even when they're not depressed.
I have no trouble without someone trying to...
I'm still I mean, this is for most games that I love. I don't trust them to remake.
Oh, this is
You know, there are good remakes for sure. I mean, one of my top 3 games of all time is a remake, Metroid Zero Mission,
Hi, Pete.
and is probably the best example of how to make a remake. But I don't really want most games that I really like to be remade. I want games that were kind of bad to be remade so you can make them better. Like, okay, this might be a controversial statement. Original Metroid, not a great game. Metroid Zero Mission, one of the best games ever made. Boom. Like, that's what you want out of a remake. I'm the simple flips of Metroid. If if I actually played Metroid games instead of just talking about them on stream. Although, I do need to play AM2R. Maybe that could be a stream game. I have not played AM2R. I don't know if they let you stream that or if I'm gonna get like canceled by the police if I play AM2R because it's like illegal or something. Yeah, for this game I would just like a port or, you know, remaster, whatever you want to call it. Just, you know, leave the game the same. Let me play it in 1080p widescreen on my PC and we're good. Maybe, you know, like fix some of the soft locks and crashes that can occur, even if, you know, I'll always say that they're rare, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Another Metroid 2 remake. It is a fan game that spent 10 years in development, got released, and then got ceased and desist up the ass by Nintendo like a day after it was released. It is technically not a ROM hack as far as I understand. It's like a full-on PC game. Although it does use a lot of assets from like other Metroid games. Yeah, that was one of the biggest fuck Nintendo moments of my life. Was when AM2R got released after 10 years in development and got ceased and desisted up the ass 24 hours later. Come on, dog. Like, how is Team Sonic doing this better than you? I don't get it. How is Team Sonic, who hasn't made a good game at, like, ever, dealing with fan games better than you, Nintendo?
Hey kid, how you making out? Listen, I got a new job for you to do, okay? There's these things called photo op tokens that I
Good games, though.
I've marked
They make
them
some
on
good
the map.
games, Nintendo.
No plane for you. Now get to work.
Whenever I talk about Nintendo, I feel like how some people talk about like Chick-fil-A, where they're like, yeah, I mean, they're as a business, I hate them, but they make good chicken. So I think this run is kind of dead after that movement.
Peter,
Didn't Nintendo like actually improve that bad Zelda game for the Switch?
This should be a safe spot.
What's it called? Skyward Sword, that one. What all systems do I have? That's a long list. Let's see. I've got PS1 through 4. I've got GameCube, Wii U. I do have a Wii U, as weird as that sounds. Switch. Xbox 360. Are there any others? Am I missing any? I've got a lot of stuff. And then my trusty dusty PC. And then like a bunch of, you know, not including handhelds, but... Alright, Andrew, I do believe your analogy has officially died. I don't know why I'm continuing this run. Didn't it die? It's fine. I'll just keep going. The camera controls are inverted by default. That's how I like to play anyways, so I got kind of lucky. You just got to think of it as you're not looking left and right because your character's head doesn't move left and right. You are physically moving the camera to the right. Like if I hold the stick to the right, boom, the camera's moving to the right. Even if that makes the perspective look left, I'm not controlling the perspective, I'm controlling the camera. Also, I'm just used to it, but that's how I justify it.
I don't get you. Last time you were an ice queen, but now you're friendly. Make up your mind. Black cat, huh?
Holy shit, that was a late chapter time. Shit.
Black cat seems okay. Maybe a little bit of an attitude, though.
I am not one of those people that set first-person shooter controls to inverted, though. So, it's just for third-person stuff that it makes sense to me.
So Quentin Beck's
Plus, I mean, for older games, that was the default almost every time, I think.
Ready, Spider-Man? Let's begin. Do you like my gadget?
Toby 1 had non-inverted as default. Yeah, Toby 1 had a really shitty camera.
I don't know about your effects, but your education must have been special.
Fun game, though. I'm not judging, though. Like, I super understand whatever control type that you like, as long as it's not one of those ones where you, like, invert one way but not the other. That's weird. I will judge you for that. Not like a lot, but I will judge. And I might not say it to your face, but I'm like, oh, that guy.
Your parents never hugged you, did they?
What? Are there none left? Oh. I mean, there's no other Toby games without Toby 1. That's probably not true. That's probably not true. They would have, even if they didn't make any Toby 1 games, they would have had a financial incentive to make more games for the movies. I think that guy went too far.
Flaming Ninja.
You know, if the cool kids beat you up in school, you're really taking it out on the wrong guy.
Oh, I lose. You know what? That's a mercy kill for sure. Yeah, if you're, I mean, if you're in a
Ready,
in a
Spider-Man?
vehicle,
Let's
that makes
begin.
sense. Because you know that's how it works in the real world. Probably, I don't know. I've never flown a plane. Never will. Probably. If I fly a plane in my life, I will probably die very shortly after. That's all I gotta say about that. Because I'm probably you. It's probably gonna go. All right, we're flying a plane. We're flying. Oh no, they inverted the controls and then we die. It's that easy. That's the last thing you hear. uh, all right, we're pilot speaking. We're nearing 3,000 feet. Oh shit! Oh shit! They inverted the controls. Who did this? And then you just die.
Welcome back, I guess. First things first. Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress. If you
It's
could call it.
7:13 here,
Just
but
go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Then do it.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. I believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
I am making you fly a plane in an hour.
Almost there, too.
God, that's there's something about that sentence that's just ominous.
Looks like interference. Spider-Man's here already. Get rid of him and get that case.
All right, these guys are fucking me up. Like, just imagine getting that text at like 3 in the morning from an unknown number. I don't know if this is just me. I've been getting the robocalls have stopped for the most part. I don't get called by unknown numbers. I get texted by unknown numbers, which is way more annoying. I get texted like random fucking scam shit like we have to confirm your registration for XXX and it's like a group text with like 10 other people.
Welcome back, I guess.
Like, okay, the US government is putting me in a group text. Sure.
Before we go any further,
What
I
the
think it
fuck?
might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Yeah, I think I don't get robocalled as much because I have never answered one ever, so maybe I'm like listed as inactive by a lot of them.
Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. I believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
Right on cue.
Looks
I
like
was almost there,
interference.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't, if I don't know, if my phone rings and a name doesn't pop up, I don't answer. Unless I'm like very specifically expecting a call from a certain number that I know.
Didn't your mom tell you not to hit girls?
Not again. That suitcase, bro. I feel like that's been happening way more often. That is actually a kind of cool feature, Nate.
Well, sequel time already, huh? Welcome back, I guess. First things first. Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Oh no.
This movement has been
Dr.
super
Connor's
whack.
class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it.
I'm just kind of seeing it through.
Can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
Right on cue.
Looks
I
like
was almost there,
interference.
too. Sorry, Dr. Connor.
Oh god, fucking decked. feel like that specific thug usually doesn't cause me too many issues, but he just kind of decked me.
Well, sequel time already, huh? Welcome back, I guess. First things first. Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. It's gonna kill me. I can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
Right on cue. I was almost
They just
there.
knock you to the ground and shoot you to death.
Think about a career change.
Spider-Man's here already. Rid of him.
Oh, thank you, Mando.
Secure.
I will respond to Fly.
I'll make it before class ends.
I think this might be a good time for you to check your to-do list. It'll show you what you still need to do. The white dot on your map here and the white destination marker are both pointing you to the pizza farm. You'll need to get over there at some point, but there's no rush. This is a good time to
I wasn't sure if I was gonna just jump over the trigger there, but
use them to buy stuff from the Spidey store.
okay, this movement is
Oh, you don't?
gotta get a little bit better.
Naturally,
That wasn't it. Pizza time. Give it a couple more runs. I was talking about it earlier. I might pivot to pizza percent. I want to do like one more good run first for sure. Yeah.
well, sequel time already, huh?
All right, Giga. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Before we go any further, I think it might be a good idea to save your progress, if you could call it that. Just go to the pause menu and bring up the save load screen. Easy, right? Well, then do it.
Oh no, Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. Can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as...
Help me!
I was almost there, too.
Looks like
Sorry,
interference.
Dr.
I
Connor.
think you zigged when you should have zagged.
He whiffed. I don't know. I don't think that was the animation that knocks you over, but for some reason I got nervous that he was gonna.
Case secured.
Come on, dog. That's not the one you want to hit. For the sake of my hands, I've been trying not to mash too early, I suppose is the phrasing. Because I used to legit every single run, I would start the run and I would mash A and start to skip the cutscene
Come back, I guess.
for like the full 10 seconds leading up to when you can actually skip it. And then I'm like, why do
Before we go any further, I think it might be a
my
good
hands
idea
hurt?
to save your
Like,
progress.
gee, wonder.
Call it that. Just go to the pause
Trying to
menu.
consciously start mashing around 9 or 10 seconds.
Right? Well, then do it.
Yeah, it's probably a common problem. I think there's like that subconscious hope that you'll be able to skip it early, but
So caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. Can't believe I'm running so late. Still, I should be able to make it as long as
Help me!
right on cue.
Spider-Man.
I was almost there too. Sorry, Dr. Connors.
Looks like Spider-Man's here already. Case secure.
what is this man doing? Goofball. This fucking guy.
Where you fall down.
Freaking super!
Hi, my name is.
Think they own the place.
Maybe I can still make it before class ends.
I swear that guy is just the goofiest thug in the whole game.
I think this might be a good time for you to
Favorite thug lines?
It'll show you the dot on your map here and the white destination marker are both pointing you to the pizza parlor. You'll need to get over there at some point, but there's no rush.
It's weird, but a lot of my favorite thug lines are actually from Toby 1. Like, Circus in Town is just so good. But for me in this game, the comebacks are better than the actual thug lines, like Toby's comebacks.
This is a good time to talk a little about hero points.
Either these curtains go or I do is a fantastic line in this game.
Oh, you don't? Well, then you weren't paying
Alright, Tony Hawk would be proud of that, but I'm not.
Earn lots of them. You got plenty of options to do it. Stopping crimes, helping citizens in distress, doing challenges, collecting items, and
still
delivering
late.
pizza.
Promised
Some
Gary
other ways
MJ
too,
that I
so
would
try
meet them
different
this
things
season.
and see what you like. You can only be a good guy.
Looks like the freak wants to play, yeah. Like, that voice is just super iconic for me.
I'd better burn off some calories or I won't fit in my costume anymore. I can't even remember. Oh no! At my birthday dinner, I promised MJ I would meet her this evening. I gotta hurry.
It's also probably one of those things where it's like, you don't necessarily remember them at the top of your head. Especially because I've done them so many times. I've seen
Can't believe I
the
ran
line
out
so
of
many
time.
times, but when I think about it, I'm like, ooh, that's actually a really good line. Like in this fight, I really like it when they go like,
Spider-Man was
"You'll be sorry you came in here," and Spider-Man goes like, "I'm sorry you came in here." That shit kills me.
Take a nap, Zap. Hey guys, are you here for the 2-for-1 on European Masters too?
we knew each other.
Time to wrap this party up. You don't strike me as patron of the arts material. You guys are such a nuisance.
Or when the thugs in Toby 1 just go, "What the?" And it's like, your interpretation of what you think they're gonna say changes the older you get. I thought they were gonna say "what the heck" when I'm a kid. Which I was actually, there was like a little bit when I was a kid where I was under the impression that heck was like the worst word you could say. Because somebody told me heck was a combination of hell and fuck. So heck stood for hell fuck, which is amazing. And I don't think I ever checked to see if that was true because I wanted to believe. Why is it so sometimes when you do an uppercut off the ledge here, you like fall like that. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just kind of stay up. Like, I don't know. I'm holding attack both times, but I don't know why. Oh yeah, I remember that. Like the biker gang girls are going, Johnny. Like who's Johnny? Maybe I can knock him out too.
Hey, slow down so I can talk to you.
Biggest tip I learned from Nate's task is probably web canceled multi kick or swing canceled multi kicks. Yes, note my favorite tasser.
You know, this chapter opening reminds me of something. The Spidey store gets new items every time.
Yes, that's of my favorite one. I don't know if it's like the best applicable one because I only really use it on one enemy right now, but sometimes too. It is quite fun. And then there's like some movement that I do in chapter. Wow, what a teleport! Holy shit! I'm getting fucked by these teleports lately.
Hi, Pete.
Chapter 5? No, chapter 6, the beginning of chapter 6. And I haven't been able to do it every time, but I'm trying to like kind of bring it in. And then maybe sometime in the future I'll start doing more swing boosts at the beginning. So that was really cool movement just now. I bonked off the thing and then drifted into it.
What's up with this Beck guy? How can he possibly claim I'm a
Yeah, Nate, that line is actually referencing the part in Toby 2 where he loses his powers. And then Tobey Maguire jumped off the building, broke his back in real life, but Sam Raimi was actually coincidentally filming when it happened, so they put it in the movie. It wasn't even in the script at first.
I have enough trouble without someone trying to convince thugs that
Toby just kind of had a mental break and jumped off the building.
Hi, Pete.
This is your daily fun movie fun fact. I am not high. I am just lying to you to on purpose to be funny. This is my new comedy act. It's called lying.
find a safer line of work. So much for you.
I do like Slyfincleton. Is coincidentally the name of the housefly that we could never kill and just decided to let live in our kitchen. Best slide jump you've ever seen in your life. Die, Finkleton. Is that what happens when you're gonna make me get on a plane in half an hour and fly it?
Dr. Otto on TV.
The scene where Spider-Man banged MJ in James Cameron's script. I guess it's better than them selling their marriage off. I don't know how taboo it is to mention whatever it's, well, I forget what it's called. You know what I'm talking about. It's like One More Night or something like that. That comic that nobody likes, I guess.
Hey kid, how you making out? Listen, I got a new job for you to do, okay?
No, it's the one where the devil's like, yo, I can save your dying 80-year-old grandma if you give me your marriage. And then Spider-Man's like, tight.
Peter.
All the world is my dressing room.
Slyfincleton. That just sounds like a generic version of me. Just like some guy Finkleton. Oh god. This is just getting darker and darker. As we run out of actual rhymes and just turn to darkness.
You do know I'm chasing you, right?
I'm still trying to push her. I don't know if it does anything, but on the off chance that I can save a frame or two.
I don't get you. Last time you were an ice queen, but now you're friendly. Make up your mind. Black cat, huh?
Run's not bad.
Black cat seems okay. Maybe a little bit of an attitude, though.
I have done that from a stream before where well, I wasn't waking up, but one of my PB pop-offs did wake up my parents one time when I was streaming at my dad's house.
Gonna prove I'm a fake.
I was like, sorry.
Gotta see.
I forget which, it might have, I think it was the sub one. Pretty sure.
Ready, Spider-Man? Let's begin.
you like my gadgets, Spider-Man? I perfected the technology on the movie Sorority's Death Robots.
I don't know about your effects, but your education must have been special.
Something about the word "nothin" that is somewhat, I don't know. It's kind of like yeah. It's just like the worst version of note. It's just stopped being a word at all.
I'm better than you, Spider-Man.
Why do I throw them all in? Yeah, I mean, they gotta go in at some point. Otherwise, the round won't end. But yeah, it's just to finish the round as fast as possible. Because there's 3 rounds. So as long as I end up winning by the end, doesn't really matter. They just gotta get in there. Wow, this is a really bad spawn for that last goal. Should be fine. Yeah, because this will make me win, and that's the last guy.
You know, if the cool kids beat you up in school, you're really taking it out on the wrong guy. That's all of them. You're a sad little man, but
I know you, but what am I?
I can't believe you.
I think I'm going to start centering my camera there. I think that's going to be the only time in the run where I center camera. Just because, it may be like right here too, because I need to like, trying to turn the camera and charge jump at the same time is quite difficult. It's like the most awkward claw position because it's the furthest away. I either got to learn to claw there or center camera, or both.
Hopefully that's the last I'll hear from Beck.
Actually, I think I'm just going to start clawing there. I don't know. Wait, chapter time and I save time. That's a W. The Finkleton memes are still going. What if I told you that this channel was originally not like just my channel? This channel was not originally called Slyfincleton. It was called Finkleton Productions. Way back in the day. And it was going to be like a collab channel between me and my cousin. And I was Slyfincleton and he was Bob Finkleton. Which, before you ask, Bob Finkleton, or, well, one, Bob Finkleton was not his real name, and Bob is also not his real name. And that was fucking hilarious.
My head is still spinning from talking to him. Oh no. Mary Jane's play. If I hurry, I can still
Maybe. There is an OG channel out there that I don't have the password to. I don't remember if it has videos. But I hate the profile picture. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't stand it. It was like that I was like 12 years old when I made it. It was like one of those, and you're just like, oh, 12-year-old me.
You're getting off easy compared to me. It's like you have something against me. How about a little consideration for other people's time?
That Spider-Man 2 vids. I don't think that's it then. Let me on.
Just take off,
All right,
guys.
watch this.
I'm not late or anything.
Okay, that didn't work as well as I thought it was gonna, but it could have been worse.
I guess I finally have your attention. I'm putting a stop to this right
Don't
now.
shoot. See ya.
Great. Finally, maybe I can still make it before the end.
Yeah, also it was not just called Sly. My OG channel is not just called Sly, so that's a different person.
How far is this place?
Not too far. Just stay with me.
Oh shit. I was still mashing start.
Following me. Won't see you yet.
Hey, I was just going easy on you before.
I knew I was like a frame early.
So, nice night, huh?
Wow, you're getting pretty creative with these. I'm really surprised that wasn't too early. But the other was. Yeah, I mean, anybody's creative enough, it's probably Nate. Or Note, as he is now called, I guess.
Spider-Man's here?
All right, fellas. Show me the monad.
This guy.
Cat, where'd you learn to fight?
I really don't mind the damage. I just wish that I could attack out of the animation for getting shot. Because I just jump and it just makes me look like an asshole, just kind of jumping everywhere while I'm getting shot.
Cat took that statue right in front of me.
Wow, that took way too long. Late chapter time. Oh god. That's just sad. See you later, Dad.
Hi, Pete.
Slyfincleton.
Okay, guess I better get going. That news conference is gonna start any minute.
I mean, that's the real reason why I go to all these shops during the run, is I'm looking for Dad. Dad and his milk. He never came back from buying.
Those reporters. If I can get them up to that balcony, they'll be able to escape. Gotta hurry up. Fine. Friends.
I guess we're going this way. Bye, Finkleton. See you later. God damn it. These robots have been assholes today. Using Google to, you're like, how do I beat this mission? They're like, I don't know. Get good. Although I guess you did have game facts back then. What was the last guy? I think there was one more. Rip Twitch emotes. I know. Kinda sad.
If he's attacking Lady Liberty, I'd better get over there in a hurry.
But also, you know, I'm not saying this is Twitch emote's fault. I will say, since switching to YouTube, my chat has been way less toxic, just in general. I'm not necessarily saying that was Twitch emote's fault, but I also don't think that it was like entirely devoid. If that makes sense. There's just kind of something about the casual like sarcasm that most of these emotes evoke that just kind of makes chat worse. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But like, I don't think I've ever had to ban anybody off YouTube chat. Like, even time anybody out. Maybe like one time? I don't know. And like, it didn't happen all the time, but I definitely did have to like ban a couple people from my Twitch. Yeah, I feel like that happened one time. I don't remember what happened. But for the most part, it's been pretty good here. Some guy spamming Russian. Oh, yeah, that wasn't even... In that case, I mean, unless he was, you know... calling me Russian slurs or something, which I wouldn't know. Then... that was just like, I don't understand you. You know, that wasn't even anything bad.
Wow. Mysterio's hidden fortress looks just like an apartment. Batter up. This is the part
That didn't kill him. I started to run away because I thought he was dead.
Okay, I've been flipped off before, but never quite like that. What's going on? Feels so strange. Everything is upside down. What's going on? Say goodnight, Gracie. Great.
Weird fight.
Be careful.
He dodged it? I feel like I've never seen him dodge it. He might be in danger. Fine. Just kind of rolled back.
Looks like I found the exit. Finally.
Like netcode in a good fighting game. Well, doesn't have to be good to roll back, but it helps.
I'm finally out of
Shit.
that crazy place.
I hate missing that.
I'll see another carnival as long as I live. It'll be too soon.
Okay, it could be worse. We got through it. Actually climbing out the window. You know, kind of implies that I came in at some point, but... I've just kind of decided to stop adjusting the camera there and just learn the angle for the jump.
Whoops, Dr. Octavius' demonstration will be starting soon. I'd better hurry.
Well, I was not expecting that bonk, but made it work.
I have to hurry. The containment field looks like it's buckling. I don't have time for subtlety. We just have to smash these power terminals until the reactor shuts down.
I swear, it just won't stop shooting me right there.
Left. Whew, I did it. Well, this
Do I
is-
fear my pizza speedrun will be overtaken? Overtaken by who?
I can't believe I'm late to see Dr. Connors again.
By you? Not really. No offense.
I know.
Wow, these guys are being mean. You get past 19? I mean, I welcome it, if anything. I could use some competition.
I'm sorry. Dr. Connors was pretty beat up, but I think he'll be all right now. I need to figure out.
I don't really fear any of my runs getting beaten,
I should drop by the.
because that's good for the game.
There, or at least earn enough to pay my electric bill.
Wow, what a car. And, I don't know how much other speedrunners agree with this, but I think it's way more fun to beat somebody else's world record than your own. Not that it's not satisfying to do it when it's just you, but to take the title back, that's some good shit.
Hi, Betty. Dr. Octavius is a killer. Is it my fault?
Oh yeah, my real competition is with the TAS, of course. I just gotta beat the TAS. Oh yeah, that was the Speed Docs video.
Things get any worse? Nope. Wait. Whoa. I withdraw the question.
I like Speed Docs. I think they have like a lot of potential too. I really like the style that they do of interviewing the runners. And I think if their presentation keeps getting better, and they'll be really cool.
Stop right there, Dr. Octavius. Please don't make me fight
Bye, bitch.
you. They're a nice touch.
I did not expect that to go well, but it did.
Still, not one for which I am wholly unprepared.
All right.
Okay, that was not what I expected to happen.
He won't listen to reason. He still has those tentacles.
Okay, well, he died.
Don't hurt her. This was a bad idea. Now we turn it up a notch. Bam!
Be quiet.
Yeah, that's like the ideal bank fight. Maybe not against the thugs, but for Doc for sure. That's what you want to see. Can't ask for anything better than that. No slow-mo? Yeah, we're good. Been pretty consistent with that. It's one of those things that It's really hard, don't get me wrong, but like you can get it down.
I read about Octavius's attacks, but somehow I just didn't believe it.
I remember when 2 token was discovered, I thought that doing it without slow-mo was going to be like a TAS only thing. But really, it need not.
Octavius blames me for Rosie's death. Guess I can't say
Damn.
I'm surprised.
Okay, I guess I shouldn't be complaining. That was still pretty... I wanted that swing boost to clear over the building, and it just barely didn't make it. But I golded, so I will not complain. Chapter 11's like the big time save. And these splits, wow. Hey. That was obviously a really good chapter 11. My game lagged for a second when it was loading in the mission. Not that that was what caused the error, but I will still imply very heavily that it was the cause so that I don't have to feel like I'm bad. Yeah, movement could have been better.
So, how did you
Ow,
find
my health.
Sasha?
Well, apparently he escaped during your little revenge on Quentin Bennett.
Why, yes, I will sacrifice what's left of my health to save like a tenth of a second.
Still, I was a little distracted at the time.
I've been trying to like keep up with Cat more in that section. So I would usually go to like this building and just wait, but I want those frames. Yeah, I mean, it's not as quite as scary as it looks. There's not really much combat. Like, I get health after the alley fight, which is the only scary part. It's like the only part where I could die, but I mean, if everything goes well, I just hero punch them a couple times and they die.
So, nice night, huh?
No need to be nervous.
I can survive like, well, I probably can't survive a bullet, but I could survive a hit from something that isn't a bullet. Yeah, that's assuming I live. But, you know, I mean, sometimes it's just worth. Sometimes you just gotta assume that everything's gonna work out if you want to get like a really good time. Yeah, I could survive like a light hit, I think. I think I'd be fine. Oh. Oh, that's assuming I don't do that.
Spider-Man!
That's a little anticlimactic. Rip. Good run, though. Very promising. Pizza time? Yeah, sure, why not? I got a couple pizza runs in me. We can pivot. What does Cat even do during this? I feel like she never does anything useful. Does she just jump back and forth between these? Oh. She gonna, like, go after Shocker? What? Did you just yeet me? Alright. I have 2 post-game save files. One of them is a arena one of them is a pizza one. I don't think it really matters, it's just the pizza one spawns way closer. I think it's this one. Should probably reset these splits and save them, huh? Do I not have my pizza splits on here? I don't think I've run pizza percent since I wiped my hard drive. I'm gonna have to go to splits.io and download them. Hang on. This is why you upload your splits to splits.io. /Slyfincleton. Not found. Okay. We can do this. You just go to speedrun.com and go to the run. I clicked on the wrong run. And then there it is. And then where's the download? Export to live split. And then I should exit. Yeah. Oh, what? Where? This is just a blank template. Where's my splits? Bro. No, you gotta unclick route only. I want my splits. There we go. I've done it. Let's make sure this is the right file. Locomotion. Yep, we're good. Assuming that is that I don't have. Yeah. I do not have employee of the month, so we're good. Pizza Time Finkleton. I like Pizza Time Finkleton. That's a good one. I don't know how many of these runs I'm going to do, because I do feel a slight headache coming on. So depending on how bad that gets, I might want to stop. But we'll do at least like 1 or 2. God, Swing Speed 8 is another beast, isn't it? I guess I should probably change the title. Hey, Aldo. Welcome back. We changed this to Spider-Man 2 Speedruns Pizza %. Like so. This is probably not going to be pretty, by the way. It's been a while since I've done a Swing Speed 8 run. But, you know, that's why you play, so you can de-rust and get good again.
All the world is my dressing room. I'll start there.
Uh-oh. Yeah, not the best. You didn't take it? Come on, dog.
time to head back.
Yeah, that's not a great start. It's derust, it's fine. Yeah, that's this is the thing that I only realized very recently about this category,
Better change while no one is around.
which is that if he talks during the loading screens, you just kind of lose time.
Like a good place to make my first.
And there's not really much to be done about it.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being slow. All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
Wow, my movement is not as hot as it could be. You kind of have to have some self-restraint for swing speed 8, I feel. That isn't there in any percent. If we just go all ham all the way, you're gonna run into stuff. There's music.
I'll start.
Although, hang on, let me check something. Yeah, music's on. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a derust process, isn't it? I'm glad that I'm doing this now, because it might take like all the way up until the marathon run before I get good again.
I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery run.
Might have to like rewatch my PB as well. Yeah, I think you're just deaf.
No one's around. I better change while I have a chance.
In that case, Nick, if you're telling the truth, I mean, that's in the spirit of the song, right? It's
I don't see anyone around. Now's my chance to.
the bad quality just makes it better.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
I remember this. You do this. And then, yep, that wall is there.
I have to be careful. That pizza will get ruined if I flip too much. I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery.
Oh, split. Who cares? 17 million views? God damn. Maybe I should start uploading songs in bad quality.
Should be a safe spot to change. Think I should make my first delivery.
Then again, one of my worst videos ever is my most viewed. That like my first pizza percent run has like 90,000 views or something like that. And that it might be the worst video on my channel. The game audio is like only in one ear, and you can't hear my voice over it. And the gameplay is just terrible. Although I guess probably not that bad compared to like the average player of this game who hasn't done any speedruns. Believe me, I might be one of the only other people on the planet qualified to understand how that feels, Nick. There was a time where that was, and even partially to this day, where that's all you hear is pizza time. Not that I don't like it,
Start there.
but I understand. Yeah, we need to go to like group therapy.
Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. I have to be careful. That pizza will get ruined if I flip too much.
Shit. God, swing speed 8 is crazy, dude.
I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery run.
It is so different. I might like have to take a break from any percent just to like get a feel for this. Okay, well.
Great. Nothing better than
I feel super lost, but we'll get there for sure. It is a different type of rust where it's just like I have to like remember which way I go for each mission and get more like familiar with it, which will definitely help me get the movement under control, but I also just have to get used to the movement. You know what, since people said they couldn't hear the music, I will turn the game up a little bit. Not much. Just a little bit. Like 1 decibel. Hopefully that's not too loud, but... I'm ironically better at this movement because it's kind of similar to get to the pizza parlor as it is to get to the first race in all races. It's the same area of the map. Spidey breathes hard as fuck. I mean, I think everybody does. It's just his mic setup. I could do it too if I like. My mic might not have even done it. I have like some noise canceling stuff, and hopefully it doesn't show. I think it still picks up on my mic every once in a while when I breathe loudly, but it's actually something that I've been trying to actively work on. Is especially my older videos, you can see when there's a tense situation, I do like a really dumb face. Which I'm sure lots of people can relate to and isn't, you know, anything necessarily to be judged of, but, you know, you still see it and you want to improve it. I'd go like, I do that. I remember when I would play in Melee tournaments, people would comment on it and be like, oh, you know, he's trying hard because he's doing the breathe move. Oh, I thought you were talking about Spidey balls. In that case, I just roasted Spidey balls for no reason. Sorry, Spidey. I didn't mean it. I also think that was kind of a problem that he had in like 2018 and has improved a lot recently, but I haven't watched a lot of streams in general. This is the problem with having like somebody in the community who people just referred to as the character that is in the video game, is that you just get them mixed up sometimes. Does he breathe hard when he is standing still? I guess. I just kind of assumed that it was part of the superhero pose. Plus, you know, there wasn't a lot of resolution to go around in 2004, so you really got to show... you sometimes have to exaggerate what you're trying to convey. I think you glide here. I'm also like, this is in a post, I'm coming back to this run in a post snapback gliding world, so I'm gonna have to like come up with some new adaptations for that, I think. Nate's pizza is in the oven.
Think I should make my first delivery.
I've been eating way too unhealthy lately. Like all... Because in my head, I was like, oh, I haven't had pizza in that long, and I had pizza like 3 days ago. I'm like, oh shit, I probably eat too much junk food. That's like not that long for me. I went out and played tennis with my father today, and I was like really, we had to like stop 3 times because I was like getting tired. I'm like, fuck, I'm out of shape. That's funny, Nick. I used to do the hero punch in my room. I would like try to do the lunge, but I always had to get a running start to slide far enough. Okay, it's coming back. The movement's coming back. I'm starting to get the hang of it again. It has like partially snapped into place, at least in like the rear double roll. Well, that's not good.
The pizza's gonna be destroyed. All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time.
Can you imagine if you just saw a street fight in real life and somebody did a hero, like some like just some guy doing the hero punch to another poor soul in real life over like some guy like spilled his drink or something.
Think I should make my first.
Just decks him with the hero punch. Or God, imagine while you're walking down the street and you see like a guy in an oversized piece of armor getting slide cancel kicked just like 4 times a second. He's been dead for like 3 seconds, but he's just still being assaulted. You're walking down the street and you just something slams on the ground next to you and some poor soul got what's it called? Spinning pile driver onto the ground from the Empire State Building. Just giblets everywhere. This game's scary when you think about like what you do to some of these thugs.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
Also, something that I legit just learned not long ago, but apparently is like kind of common knowledge, is that mashing circle while doing the spinning pile driver powers it up. I didn't know that. If it's true. I don't remember who said it. But that was like always my favorite move.
Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics.
It's true.
Won't survive if I'm not careful.
Is there like an animation change or does it just get stronger? Because if you spin faster, I'm going to be mad that I never do that. Because that just sounds really fun. I guess I could always just try it like right now if I wanted to. But we got to deliver the pizzas. Damn. I remember sometimes it glitches out, like if you fall fast and far enough, it like doesn't, I don't know, it's weird because it has like 2 hits. Like at first it does like half their health and then the second hit kills them, but sometimes the second hit doesn't proc, so they just kind of live from the spinning pile driver off of a huge building.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped.
I don't know, fun move. I'm kind of sad that it's not in any runs and there's like no reason why it would be useful as far as I can tell.
I'm not careful. All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
I don't know, it's like sometimes they live, sometimes they don't. I don't think it was me mashing circle. I don't know. Maybe it was. Yeah, it's like the fall damage doesn't register.
Think I should make my first delivery.
Kind of like in the Batman Arkham series where like you do some horrible things to these people that like wouldn't necessarily always kill, but definitely don't have 100% chance of not killing somebody, especially if they, you know, have some condition that Batman doesn't know about. And then Batman's like, I never kill. It's like, well, you don't always check. Are you sure? Are you positive that you've never just like killed somebody you didn't realize that they were, you know, not knocked out, but like, you know, you didn't get them their EpiPen in time? They just died?
I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery.
Oh, that wasn't close enough. Yeah, the explosive walls. It's like you just that guy was just like touching the silicon explosive gel. He's probably not alive.
That's a good place to make my first.
Shit.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped.
Hey, buddy. Come on.
Oh,
After rain and the
shit.
stunts, the pizza
This one is kind of weird. I'm never sure what order to do this one in.
hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. You made it. All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
Oh yeah, and when the song just freaks out when you fail the mission.
Well, no one's around. I better change while I have a chance. I'll start there.
There's also some like really rare interactions in this game that a lot of people don't know about. Like the civilians in this game can get run over by the runaway cars, and like they'll ragdoll and go flying and then walk away like nothing happened.
If I'm not careful.
I've only ever had that happen a couple times though. It's true. It has happened, and they can get ragdolled by the mechs. If the mechs shoot an explosive shot and it hits the civilians, they'll go flying. I don't see why they couldn't go flying into the water either, because you can force the civilians to fall in the water and under very specific circumstances if you save them from a boat and place them in a certain spot. Spider-Man is left-handed because of the moves using his left hand. Well, maybe he doesn't want to hurt his right hand so that he can sign his paychecks from the Daily Bugle, you know? He's just trying to protect. Plus, the game says that he pulls his punches, so maybe he's using his non-dominant hand to like not hurt the civilian or the enemies too much. God, you know it's bad if I can't line up that one. That one like lines itself up for you. Oh, shit. Bye. Oh, well that'll work too. Uh-oh. I did not do the thing where you jump before you fall off.
Oh no, when I fell in the water, my delivery bag got washed away.
Oh, hello, Noir. I remember. I'm thinking like one more good run. Because my head is starting to get to me just a little bit. How's my day? Pretty good. Pretty good. Just doing some de-rest here. Just straight vodka. Yeah, I'm like, I wonder why my head hurts. I'm just heavily drinking. I think this is like, it's like a 60-ounce container or something like that. Somewhere between 40 and 60, I think. Maybe even more. It's a big jug. Just, oh, yeah, good old time zones. Yeah. You're gonna have to, like, watch television or something while you eat it, Nate. And I do have some. Hang on, give me like 10 seconds. I do have some medicine for this headache that is currently blossoming. So maybe that'll fix it. What? There's a balloon and I'm missing it? Oh, that can't happen. Gotcha. Problem solved. I got the balloon.
This should be a safe spot to change.
Imagine your balloon's lost and Spider-Man just runs up. You think he's gonna save it, and then he just pops it and leaves and walks into the pizza parlor. You see him run out with the with the pizza and start delivering.
That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
I'm kind of getting back into the swing of it. Yeah, they just said get the balloon.
I don't see anyone around. Now's my chance to change real quick. Think I should make my first delivery.
Well,
It's hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful. That was my last delivery. I better hurry back.
I'm starting to like feel it come back, but it's the good movement's there for a second and then it's gone. Did stream stop? I have not dropped any. I've dropped 37 total frames this stream, so I think it's on you, which I'm very happy about because
These will flip out.
it was getting a little bit sketchy for a bit there.
That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
Swing was gonna be so good. Dang, you're watching on PS4? I didn't even know you could do that. I have a PS4. I didn't know you could do that.
Better change
I guess it makes sense. They kind of turned into multimedia machines around that time.
That looks like a good place to make my first. Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped. Careful, Spidey. Remember. That was my last delivery.
There is a building there. Good to know. Ooh. Don't want to go low there.
All the world is my dressing room.
Yeah?
No one's around. I better change while I have a chance. Think I should make.
I feel like I'm a little bit behind the times on like that type of multimedia technology. Because I only just like casted something from my phone for the first time the other day. Not that I didn't know you could do it, I just never did it.
These will flip out. If I flip the pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
Like I watch shows on my laptop. I don't use a TV ever. And half the time it's like
Pizza. Now to get back and return
I'm watching some really old show that I just have the files of for reasons. It isn't really like on streaming. Oh, whatever. Oh, 55 inch. Big TV. I think my monitor
This should be a safe spot to check.
is like 17 inches. It's not very big.
Think I should make my
The
first
TV that I play on is small, but it's just on my desk, and I basically use it as a monitor, and that's probably like 20 something, 22 inches maybe. I don't have a big screen, really. Which is honestly, you know, fine by me, because I'd rather have a small screen that's closer to me than a big screen that's far away. It just looks way cleaner. Easier on the wallet, too. Fine. Nope.
Nothing like a little New York water to clear out the sign.
I do not use a CRT
I lost the bat.
because I'm playing through component cables, which I'm pretty sure this TV like natively supports. I think. I don't know. I don't think there's any extra lag. I do have a CRT in here, though. That's what my GameCube and all my old consoles are hooked up to. That is actually way bigger than this TV that I'm playing on now. That is not the right way. Alright, when I said one more run, I actually meant one more run and also another one. But this will be the last run, though. Or actually. Oh wow, I thought your pizza was already done, Nate. You did start late.
No one's around. I better change while I have a chance.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'll start there.
There's a huge beetle just crawling across. Hey, get back here. I see you. Hey. He won't die. He won't die. Ah. Oh god. Oh, I tore him in half. Oh. Oh god. War is hell. Ugh. You all don't know what I've been through. I don't even know what that was. It was just like a big black bug. But it just wouldn't die, and I went to pinch it and pick it up, and I picked up the top half of its body, but not the bottom half. And I was just like, oh shit. Just tore it in half. I guess we will that will not be the last run then. Yeah, I guess they were. Fortunately, I was on the first mission, so I don't have to load the save. Yeah, this is actually the last run, though, because the medicine has not calmed down my headache, and it is like an actual headache now. And, I feel like I will be less enjoyable with a proper headache the worse it gets. And also, like, you know, these headphones probably aren't great for it. So yeah, last run. Unless we have any more beetle interruptions. Which, like, I know being in a basement, you know, you kind of just accept that there's going to be some bugs down here. But they've been kind of crazy lately. You know, the other stream we discussed and actually discovered what type of spider it was that I found that I had never seen before in here. Which was pretty neat.
I'll start there.
What I do outside of streaming right now, I'm kind of in a job hunting slash skill learning phase. The dream is game developer, but the reality is probably build up general programming skills and then get a really high paying programming job. And I was a janitor for a bit, but I think I'm gonna not be a janitor because that job kind of wasn't that fun. Well, I'm kind of in the process of deciding what my other side hustle is gonna be.
Better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery.
Oh, casual gold. The dream is game development, but reality is Walmart. I feel that in my soul, man. Honestly, the dream isn't like even professional game development because those jobs sound really painful too. Like just getting crunched and then fired doesn't sound ideal. But you know, what are you gonna do? Work sucks and then you die. The like dream is indie game developer. I just like make my game and it's like Undertale 2 and I sell 2 billion copies. Buy my parents a house and say peace. Yeah, most work sucks, unfortunately.
Went around. Now's my chance to change real quick. That looks like a good place to make my first.
Oh, thank you, Mello. It hasn't gotten worse since the start of this run, which is good. And thanks for stopping by.
Better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery run.
Oh, if I get gliding there, then I don't need to do this. But it's really hard to glide off of a small thing like that tree. Guess I could have tried to glide off the side of the building, but that would have been weird. Muscle memory is starting to come back a little bit. More and more with each run. Soon I'll be like kind of good again. I'm looking forward to that. Ooh, that was okay. That was pretty good. Like thread of the needle.
I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery run.
I am excited for the inclusion of gliding in places like that, because being able to just glide whenever you want to get over those awkward areas has a ton of potential.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
Shit. Yeah, you don't want to see that. I might make this a no reset. I mean, these have kind of already been no resets unless like something really bad happens. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm committed to that somewhat. Like if I lose the delivery bag or flip the pizzas too many times or otherwise fail the mission, but otherwise we're sticking with the run. Although this run is legit like not as bad as it should be.
That looks like a good place to make my first. I have the rain in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be destroyed.
Oh, perfect drive-by. Well, I thought I'd fucked it up at first.
All the world is my dressing room. I'll start there.
Shit. Ah. Music is bumping. Drew?
I flip the pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
Okay, can I? Yeah, okay, I can do that. Let me just. Okay, that's the best way to do that, is you glide off that and then just kind of, you're there. Just go over all the obstacles they're not worth dealing with. I do wonder if it's best to start with this guy instead of ending with him, because he's kind of annoying. He might be less annoying if I'm coming from the other way. I missed the first web zip, and then the second one was too late.
Can't believe it.
Looked like a throw, I swear it wasn't. I'm gonna do one more run. I know I said that was the last one 2 times in a row. I'm gonna do one more. Just one more. Plus, if you know this stream, you know me, you know, it's like a 50-50 chance. If I say last run, there's like at best a 50% chance that I'm telling the truth. And I am pretty unashamed about that. It's just kind of how my brain works. Fighting is different in Swing Speed 8. It's like trying to snap back is like harder because I feel like the range is for what you can swing on is higher. Could be wrong about that. It feels right.
I'll start there. I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with
Oh,
my
that was not what I wanted to swing off. There's got to be a rave where they play like a a trap remix of the pizza theme, right? At some point
make my first delivery.
in time. Got this movement.
Have to be careful. That pizza will get ruined if I flip too much. That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag. All the world is my dressing room.
See, that was why I kept saying, "Oh, this is the last run," and then not finishing. I was just waiting for Nate to finish his pizza. Also, don't mash start there.
That looks like a good place to make my first delivery.
Oh,
Have to be
you gotta.
careful. That pizza
Those
will
gotta
get
go
ruined if I
farther.
flip too much.
You made it, and on time.
Starting to doubt that the webs that there is the best play, but I don't know what to replace it
Now to
with.
get back and return the bag.
What? You can activate that? Or try to, at least? I had no idea. I guess it is still a token. I was trying to sprint and do an uppercut into the trigger for it, but then Spider-Man's like, "Oh, it's a token. I will activate."
That looks like a good place to make my first.
Learn something new most days. We'll guarantee that it's going to be every day. You know, most of them.
I flip the pizzas, Mr. That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag.
I think this is the glide that you want to do. Maybe try not to take the fall damage there,
See, I
but
went around. Now's my chance to change real quick.
yeah, I think it's gonna actually probably not be that long until I PB, just because I have access to snapback gliding now, and I feel like it's kind of busted with Swing Speed 8 if you can do it right in the right situation. So it doesn't help if that's your movement.
I have the rain in the
I feel like Jack's brand is like is like
return the bag.
like if Little Caesars made oven pizzas, that would be it. It's like really cheap, but you know, you get what you pay for. Me personally, I'm a Red Baron guy. Little Caesars is good. That was not an insult. I will say though, if you're going to Little Caesars, you get like, I forget what it's called, but like there's like a rectangular one that comes out of like a pan that you can get for like $2 more instead of the $5 one, and it's like twice as good for $2 more.
Have to be careful. That pizza will get ruined.
That's my recommendation. Granted, you know, now you're paying $7 a pizza instead of 5, but so maybe that kind of undermines the cheapness part, which might be why you're there in the first place.
I'd better return the bag now that I'm finished with my delivery run.
I'm gonna double web zip like a scrub. Should have triple web zipped. I'm still getting a feel for it. Out of like the big chains, I think Pizza Hut's my favorite, but
That looks like a good place.
it is not as cheap as it probably should be. Like, you know, I guess the theme is you get what you pay for. That being said, there are local places that are definitely better.
It's hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but the pizza won't survive if I'm not careful.
I do hope we can be in agreement, though, that Papa John's pretty garbage tier. I'm hoping I'm not offending anybody by saying that, but
Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics.
I can't lie. I cannot tell a lie. Because even when I was drunk, Papa John's was bad. It was that bad. The one time I got it. Like, if I'm drunk, if I'm like proper drunk, and I get your pizza, I should always think it's good.
I'll start there.
There should not, like, give me, like, you know, Little Caesars $5 pizza when I'm drunk and I'm like, holy shit, bro, this pizza's so good. But I had Papa John's and I was just like, it's not that great. Which is drunk speak for this food is bad. Also, there's a Papa John's like kind of near my house, and I drive by it, and I never see anybody there or like any delivery vehicles. But it's still like, I don't know, it still exists. You know what I mean? There's an Arby's that's really similar. I only ever see like one car at this Arby's near my house. I never see anybody in the drive-thru.
I don't see anyone around.
But it's still there. Like, are you laundering money? Shouldn't you be like running out of business one of these days?
I have to rein in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be destroyed.
Oh, that did not grab the pizza. Is Papa John's good? Well, I mean, you know how I feel about it. I think it is like the worst pizza ever. But I mean, it clearly has its fans because it you know, has a ton of locations.
I have to rein in the stunts. The pizza's gonna be destroyed.
The last good thing Papa John's did was the Hatsune Miku crossover. And that wasn't food. So that's, I mean, that's about, that's all you need to know, I think. I didn't know Papa John's did a Spider-Man 3 promotion.
I'll start there.
I will say Papa John, like the founder of Papa John's, is a fucking hilarious person. Like him showing up to that one interview like covered in sweat talking about a reckoning, and then like 3 months later getting kicked out for, I think he said the N-word? I don't know, he said something bad. Like, just that storyline is incredible. What do you think Papa John is doing now? And oh yeah, and then he showed up on social media like 5 months later, being like, "Yeah, I'm trying real hard to not say the N-word."
Think I should make my first
God damn it, Papa John, you couldn't have worded that any better.
hard to resist doing area
Read your
life
message.
better.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
Won't survive if I'm not careful.
Sometime a pizza orgy. Is it the pizza orgy message? Because if so, that's very chaotic and I love it. There's the bonk that you want. I feel like my stream gets just a little bit more degenerate when I play Pizza Percent, and I don't think there's anything to do but embrace it. Swapping brand, I mean, I guess that would be a good comparison.
Better change while no one is around. That looks like a good place to make my first.
There's a really good pizza place that's like right by where I grew up. And when I was a kid, I was told that it was like, it's really popular, but they never expanded, and they're in like a really small building. So I was told that the mafia wouldn't let them expand. And I don't know if that's like true or if I was just being trolled, but I'm like, how do I can you look that up on the internet? Like, is the mafia threatening this restaurant.com? That's very true, Nate. Those percentages.
I'll start there.
Spider-Man and Papa John. I think it'd be really funny to get like popular enough that we could just like make a bump in Google Trends. You know, you see like those graphs for Google Trends for search terms. We could just like imagine if there was just, we had a discussion about Spider-Man and Papa John and there was just like a bump in the Google Trends for that search.
If I put the pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
I still don't, cause like, it's not a, it's like a small town, it's literally classified as a village. So, like, would the mafia care? I don't know. I've never asked the person who told me that, and because I just kind of like to believe that it's true.
That's it for the pizza. Now to get back to
Like,
return
that's just kind of funny to me. The world is more interesting that way.
I'll start there.
And for what it matters, the person who told me that is Italian. So like, I don't know. That'd be a pretty cool compilation, Nate. If I ever... This would be another thing that would be, like, cool to, like, actually get, like, to be a big streamer, is, like, you could just hire an editor and, like, supply somebody with a job, but also have somebody to make cool shit for you.
That's it for the pizza. Now to get back and return the bag. All the world is my dressing room.
I am gonna look up that cursed image of Spider-Man and Papa John. That sounds like an amazing image that I need to just have access to whenever I want. That was not the way I thought I was gonna go. Yeah, I think it's pretty telling. I'm in a basement and it's normally quite comfortable and even cold in the summer in here, and I'm pretty warm. Granted, my space heater ass Xbox 360 is going at full power right now, but still. I normally exist with a sweatshirt here.
I better push it. I'm never gonna make it in time otherwise.
Okay, if that's a swing boost, then that would be pretty cool, but...
If I flip the pizzas, Mr. Aziz will flip out.
Honestly, my headache is pretty much gone. That medicine that I took, like, actually worked really well. Or it just, like, went away. I can still feel it kind of threatening to come back, but...
All right, an empty delivery bag means it's time to head back.
I'm good. Pretty impressed with modern medicine. Yeah, my PC also isn't, and this is probably actually unsafe, or at the very least, like, not great, but so my laptop's charger died, and I bought a new one, but my laptop is like 10 years old. I'm like, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a charger replacement, so I just get like a $30 charger, like really cheap. And this thing has like no ventilation whatsoever. I just touched it and my fingers hurt a little bit from how hot it was. And whenever I play like a demanding PC game, I put a fan on it so that it doesn't burn the plastic casing.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped. Oh, good.
Yeah, I need to get it replaced. But I'm just so tired of spending money on this laptop. It's so old. Yeah, it's not quite hard enough to melt the metal. Or melt the plastic. Although at one point when I was playing Payday 2. And I noticed my charger just wasn't working, and I went to touch it, and I just like saw that the plastic had been warped a little bit. Because the laptop works fine. It was a gaming laptop when it came out. I don't know if it really qualifies now. So it's not a bad laptop. I want to build a PC. But the graphics card market is fucked, so I'm gonna build a PC and just play on integrated graphics until I can find a graphics card. But I don't know. I'm gonna turn on the fan. So if you hear like a little bit of a background, that's the fan going. We're just gonna turn it on for like a minute. It's pointed right at the charger already. I don't know if you can even hear the fan. On Discord, calls people can't, but Discord has way better noise canceling than OBS, so I don't know. But I figure, you know, even if you can hear the fan, it's that type of chaotic stream. So
Like being flipped.
I have pre-built.
Hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics.
Is that like actually a good idea now?
I'm not
I know it wasn't when I started looking, when I got interested in building PCs way back in like 2015. Yeah, like the brick for the charger, yeah, is gets really hot.
Careful, Spidey. Remember, pizza doesn't like being flipped.
See, I don't. It's not that I don't believe you, but I just don't believe you that pre-builts are like good now because they were never good. Is the market that bad now that pre-builts are good? Dog, that glide is actually consistent. You can just wall jump into a glide whenever you want there.
No one's around. I better change while I have a chance.
Yeah, but like what? It's mostly bad for GPUs. So I just build everything but the GPU, and then I just scour until I can find one at MSRP in like 6 months. And then we're good. I just get like one of them AMD fancy Intel, or not fancy, not Intel. Those AMD ones that have the good. I feel like RAM's always, there's always been something that's been like, oh, well, like RAM is just expensive now, and it's like, bro, RAM's always been expensive ever since that fucking factory burnt down in like 2016. Stop it. Just tell me you want to charge more for the RAM. Just don't like stop making excuses.
Oh man, I'm really behind. I have to hurry.
Yeah, I feel like the GPU market is never gonna go back to how it was, because the pattern that I've seen is like bad thing happens that makes part more expensive, and then they just kind of don't make it go back because they realize that
All right.
people will
Empty delivery bag.
just buy it anyways, because what else are they gonna do? Even after the problem is why this route, I just kind of wanted to try something different, really. And you know,
Better change.
I learned my suspicion was correct that route is bad. So now we know.
That looks like a good place to make my first.
That's what you want the glide for. Wow, I did not want to do that at all.
Too much.
Yeah, I just wish I had like built a PC in like 2018 when I was gonna, and then decided I could wait a little bit longer. This has definitely been a good stream for like me saying dumb shit.
I have to rein in the stunts.
Oh,
Pizza's
dog, gliding here? Oh, it's so beautiful. There used to like not be a good way to get down from there.
hard to resist doing aerial acrobatics, but
Oh shit.
pizza won't survive.
I didn't realize there was one guy left for some reason. Hindsight's a bitch, but only if you are. I guess I'm a bitch. I mean, you heard it here first.
Delivery. Better hurry back.
Somehow I glided there. Alright, we're bringing it back. Saved 3 seconds. Imagine P being in the marathon. That'd be pretty fun.
This should be a safe spot.
Is there a category for delivering perfect pizzas? There is not. I mean, it might be a fun run to try, but... It's just, like, not meaningfully different enough to make a category. And we're not big enough to have, like, a category extensions page, so... Oh, yep. Real pros just ignore the buildings. Just go right through them. There is not a pizza swingless percent.
Be careful, that pizza will get ruined if I flip too much.
Okay, in my head that glide worked way better. That's what I wanted to do. The worst alley anybody's ever made. Okay. That's the fun part about a lot of these, a lot of these Swing Speed 8 categories is, you need to go over the building, and if you don't, you suck. A lot of the time, that's kind of the situation you're in. Would that be possible? I think you could task it for sure. I don't know how feasible it would be for a human to do. Like, were we ever to see, like, a wacky task for, like, something weird? I think that would be a fun one. It's okay, we didn't want to finish that anyways. I could feel that jump wasn't going to be far enough, but I was just like, yeah, let's just go for it. A wacky Tassie. Please don't ever say that again, but yep. Absolutely. Our glitches are, oh, I thought you said glitches. Are glides? Yes, glides are allowed in swingless, although risky, obviously. Hey, maybe we'll find another task slave for us to do it for. I think that wall jump would be, like, this wall jump glide would be feasible in swingless. Because you could, like, get some speed going. And then just kind of do that to get to the parlor. Yeah, you can glide in swingless. Just can't set it up with a swing. Or at least, I guess it depends, because I'm assuming that glides don't increment the swing counter. But I guess we don't know for sure. Let's check. Let the car run over a ped. It's really rare. Like, and I've never seen it happen during road rage. Did I go past? I think I went past swings. Might have gone past it again. Number of jumps. Number of swings. 3067. Okay, so that was actually I think that was technically 2 glides. It looked like I missed twice, so it should still be 3067. Yeah. Yeah, so gliding doesn't count. I thought it didn't. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for the night. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue, like... We'll see what I do next time. I might... Definitely gonna want to do more pizza percent. I'm debating if I want to try and go for any percent at the same time. Because that can be some conflicting muscle memory. But, you know, we'll see. We shall see. GG's, thank you. But yeah, thanks for watching and shit. And, peace out.